A faint creaking sounds in the distance.
Is that a tree? What's hanging from it?
Must be a way across.
Are those the gods? What's wrong with them?
Rallick hangs limp from the tree, cursed branches constricting him, snake-like from foot to shoulders. His helmeted head hangs slack at his side, but a barely audible wheeze rasps from his lips.
Hurry!
What are you up to now, my dear? Better to leave those lost souls be. They can't help us. You've grown since last we met. You seem taller, stronger. I'm proud of you. And not a minute too soon. The gods are indisposed. This is our hour. Soon enough, we'll become divine. But of course, you're godwoken after all. To ascend is your birthright. And now that you and I are joined, it's mine too. The gods are on the decline. There's room at the top. Room for us. We ought to be grateful that fool of Aleutian squandered his chance. They were playing out of their league. 7 mice can't hope to outclaw a cat. We owe that cat quite a lot. Let's be sure to show it our gratitude when we have it kissing our feet. You've met it before in one form or another. The Void doesn't exactly keep a low profile. And believe me when I say, you'll need me if you're to withstand it. I'll remind you, you said this when all our dreams, our greatest aspirations, have come true. Believe me, Losa. I came here to help you become the person you're supposed to be. You feel it, don't you? That burning cold. That's the Void. It's coming here. It's coming for the gods. And it'll come for you too. This isn't the moment for making enemies. Remember that.
What's happened here? Where is everyone?
The same troubled look is visible on each face. You've seen the gods beaten and defiled, strung up as a warning.
The Void has been pushed back before by the power of mortals. The gods couldn't handle it, but maybe we can.
I had dreams of what I should say if I saw the Seven Lords once more. But that was a nightmare.
Where is everybody?
Hidden away somewhere. Safe from the storm, I hope.
Not a soul down here. Just stillness.
For security reasons, please...
The Red Prince's spirit stands bewildered, his spectral eyes beleaguered by disbelief.
Defeat? I have been defeated. Impossible. Impossible. No. Such is but a different truth. Even here I hear the voices of destiny whisper. I will have my empire yet. I will have my empire yet.
Sabile's spirit watches your approach like a spectator on a beach watches the waves roll in with a soothing inevitability.
There we have it, don't we, dear? The final die has been cast and it's come up wanting. You have what you hope for you still live. Forsake me now. Go hence and give chase to your mortal desires. From death, let me be death.
People are going to perish. People are going to die, and I can't stop it. She'll do it now. She'll never stop. She'll never stop.
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go. Seekers dead, Alexander missing, God-woken passengers deceased. And unless you want to die too, we need to go. Now. There's no time. I can't hold us here. Brace yourself. This might hurt. A lot.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the...
been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go. There's no time. I can't hold us here. Brace yourself. This might hurt a lot.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
Solid ground materializes beneath your feet. Your weight falls back into your body all at once, and bright sunlight stings your eyes. As your eyes adjust, you realize you're still aboard the Lady Vengeance. A gust of fresh sea air caresses you, and warm sunshine prickles your skin.
Oh, one moment, please. Oh, just a moment.
Melody explodes in a fit of retching that racks her body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny and silver onto the deck. It wriggles quickly off the siding and plummets into the sea with a splash.
Ah, better. Let's not do that again anytime soon. Hmm? Well, we needed to escape, didn't we? So I took us the one place I was quite certain Dallas couldn't follow. I suppose you recognized the Hall of Echoes from those visions you'd had before. Realm of the dead, realm of divinity. I do hope you learned something useful on our little field trip. Condition? What do you mean? Oh, fine. 1, spooky magic. 2, only half a demon actually. My mother was a bitter elf named Loda. 3, just a bit of leftover effluvia from the spell. 4, more than I can count. 5, something too horrible to mention by the light of day. And now that I've answered every question a sane person could conceive to ask of me in this moment, let's carry on. What did you see? I see. So, the gods were bound and cursed by the void, and the thing inside you, the very powerful thing inside you, told you you need to become the next divine. Well then, it sounds like you need to ascend, doesn't it? And quickly.
She inspects her fingernails with great attention, then looks up at you from under an arched eyebrow.
Did it mention how you were meant to become the next divine? Oh, what confidence you inspire. Luckily for you, Mama Malady is here to help. We already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see source nor take it as you see fit. I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that any godwoken worth their salt will know how to perform all these so fantastic feats. You need to go see the Meister. Oh, she's got one of those things in Driftwood. You know, the building where people go and they do things inside of it? A home, that's it. She's got a home in Driftwood. Give me your map. There you are. Tell her I sent you and she'll handle the rest. You're at the beginning of a long journey, Godwoken. Long, but exceedingly interesting. Now, I must be going, and so must you. Shopping. Why, our faithful little sloop, of course. We can all ride together. Won't that be terribly fun? One more word, Losa. I'm concerned about you. Other Godwoken meet with one of the seven. You've been meeting up with an apparition from your own mind. That isn't good. Good. There's a fellow I'd like you to seek out. He might be able to help you. Last I heard, he's on business outside the Blood Moon Island to the north of Driftwood. He's a demonologist, Jehan by name. Oh, darling, this is a demon. This is a Demon. Let's hope Jehan can help. Good luck, Losa. You'll certainly need it. If I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. Tell the ship. She'll know how to summon me. And in the unlikely case you don't manage to do whatever it is you'll need to do to become what you need to become, you could call me, but I would be grateful if it doesn't come to that.
She's something, all right.
I've got sword fighters, mages, archers, all willing to fight by your side if the price is right.
I question Siva's trust in her, but Malady's usefulness is self-evident. As Lucian said, you will be eternally gifted when you act in my name. Paradise awaits, my friend. Not an actual paradise, of course. I don't think there's such a place in all of Rivellon. Paradise Downs. My parents still sow the soil there. And if the Order hadn't called me to its ranks, I'd still call their farm my home. I miss it. I miss them. They've been forever understanding of my duty. But I admit, I've been neglectful. I have some wrongs to right.
I expect Malady has an answer to that. It seems she's got it all in hand.
Only as often as I need his guidance, Godwoken. When I invoke Lucian's words, I invoke his deeds too. He stood for the defenseless when the Black Ring rose up. For all of us. For my mother, my father.
Gareth's nostalgia lasts for just a moment longer. He composes himself, clears his throat, and waits for your next question.
You can put a price on the warriors I have.
She's something, right?
Price on the glory they'll win you. Type of companion you need, I can provide. No one ever regretted having extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that.
Hail, friend, and remember, in Lucian's love there can be no... In Lucian's love there can be no wrong.
Whatever type of companion you need, I can provide. Expert warriors for hire, seasoned in combat. They won't let you down. I've plenty of fighters for hire. Experts in blades, bows, and... Oh, I see you have a full contingent.
Hello again. That's twice now you've saved my skin. And I think it's time to start repaying the favours. I could fetch some stuff you need, maybe. Ma always said I was a great runner. Sure thing. I'll start hunting that down right away. Don't wait up.
Reaper's Coast lies nearby. When you are ready to sail elsewhere, I shall bring you there.
must be one of those uniquely gifted sorcerers I keep hearing about. Such illustrious company I find myself in.
He extends his hand to you. It's clad in a curious-looking metal gauntlet, the likes of which you haven't seen before.
I am Tarquin. Consider me at your service. I'm something of a polymath, if you'll pardon the hot air. Inventing, healing, perhaps a little magic from time to time. Until recently, I was a prisoner of Dallas. But now, thanks to your daring do, I am a free man, and a grateful one. That you're, how did Malady put it again? A godwoken. Yes, that's it. Quite remarkable if it's true. I'm sure we'll be close friends. Come now. You've seen the state of things. A potential savior from all this void-woken nonsense would be of interest to everyone with a beating heart. And some without, I would imagine. We all have secrets. Do I oblige you to spill your heart to me? No, I do not. Besides, most people are too sentimental to admit that friendship is a transaction. I am not. I'm sure we can both be of use to each other. Marvelous. Great things abound in our future, I'm sure. Why, it was your ally, Malady, who spared me. She claimed that I might be of some use yet. Rather flattering to enjoy the favor of such a powerful being.
This shrine fills you with a sense of peace. It is a safe haven. You no longer look without, but within. You understand where your path must take you.
Doesn't sound promising, does it?
Makes my bones itch.
Come on, come on! No, no, no! Can't be real.
The little boy lobs a stone across the river. It makes a long arc before plunging into the water below.
Oh, Ma! Are you all right? Ma! Huh? Please, you have to help her. There was a fight. Some dwarves attacked some magisters and there were sorcerers too. And then the bugs came. Those void things. They killed everyone. And my mom got them to chase her. And she went across the bridge. And then she raised the bridge and she told me to run. And now she's stuck over there with them. Not without Ma. Family doesn't just leave each other. You will? Maybe you can cross the river then. Ma lifted the bridge, but there's got to be another way, right? There's got to be a way. We'll save Ma. I know we will.
His gaze shoots to the ground. He grabs a small flat pebble and chucks it across the river. Again, it lands in the water below, well before reaching the other side of the cliffs.
I'll keep distracting him.
He performs a divine order salute.
Now go out, Ma! Looky here, Bugs. Ma, can you hear me? Looky here, Bugs. Ma, can you hear me? Come on, come on.
No, not a Magister caravan. I remember one just like this picking me up. Could have been a shipment to Fort Joy, but what happened here?
Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true. No, no, no. Can't be real. Not real. Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true. No, no, no. Can't be real. Not real. Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true. not true. Can't be true. No, no, no! Can't be real. Not real. Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true. No, no, no! Can't be real. Not real. Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true. No, no, no!
White as driftwood salt, the dwarf flinches at your approach, yet she holds a short, clean blade aloft. Her fierce stance can't hide the trembling of her fingers.
Back! Back! Magister, I'll kill you, just like the rest of them!
She slumps, all bravado draining from her.
No, 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 no. I've never seen anything like those beasts before. Are they gone?
Her eyes widen and lose focus, as though she's seeing something played out before them. Her voice is shaky when she speaks.
Those? Yes. Worst ones I've ever seen. Ripped through the Magisters. The dwarves. Dead. 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 And the sorcerers. Sorcerers. Gone.
Her eyes stare vacantly into the distance, glassy as marbles. It's not cold, yet her shivering is relentless.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Duna's beard. Lohar. My boss Lohar will want to know what happened to them, but I can't remember. Helping sorcerers. We thought we could help them against the Magisters, but... No. No, I don't know. I don't know. Let go of me. Let go, please. Those things could come back at any moment.
She pulls herself free of your grasp. A scruffy kid bounds up and stands before you, hands on hips. He stares at your face, doubt screwing up his features.
You Ben Mez? Righto, got a message for you. Chap called Baron Laveri wants to see you. Black Bull Tavern, first floor.
The kid shoves his hands in his pockets and ambles off, whistling an off-key tune.
Well now, how's my favorite god woken?
Ifan smirks and shakes his head.
I'll spare you the tall tales we usually tell. When a new cub joins up with the lone wolves, we interrogate them. Then, a very complex equation decides their new moniker. I don't remember all the questions, but I remember enough to give you a lone wolf name if you want one. So tell me this, which of these scenes attracts you the most?
Ifan nods and raises his eyebrows, a slight smile brightening his face.
And then, target in sight? What's your preferred execution method? Right.
Ifan scrawls something on a little piece of paper and hands it to you. On the page in thick black letters is written Silver Feather.
Not as pant-wettingly fearsome as Silverclaw, but not bad. Not bad at all.
Ifan smiles and salutes at you.
Just when I think this land holds no more surprises, I find myself in some place even more dismal than the last. Still, at least this is an interesting variation on dismal. How many times must I tell you? I have business in the Black Pits. We should head to the excavation site there.
Did you hear? The eggs are gone. Gone for good. No one to keep them warm. No one to keep them safe. Not my eggs, our eggs. All the family, all the eggs, every last one. Big Marge, sir. Big Marge will tell you everything. You were ga- Where are they?
They were stolen! The babies! The eggs! Something took them! Big! Big as a cow! Big as a house! And many, many legs! Too many! Horror! Thief! Horrible thief! It came in the night! It took the eggs! It scrambled away fast, fast, fast! If I showed you, you could bring them back. You could bring them back. Map. Show me your map.
In a flurry of feathers, she leaps up and picks a small hole in your map.
That's where they are. I went after my babies. I saw where they went. But they've changed so much, so much, much, much. Mom, bring them back.
Be grateful that you don't feel the need.
Hell no. You know what Raymond would do if he caught us?
Yeah.
Guess you're right.
Get yourself in check, boy. I won't have you running off like Millicent and Tully. You'll just end up sliding down some Voidwoken's gross gullet, piece by piece.
The older-looking Magister notices your presence and does a double-take. He squints and peers at you closely before shaking his head.
Cool, Aldous. He's a spitting image of that sorcerer fellow, ain't he?
Thought you were someone else for a second there, lad. Someone with no business in Driftwood. But enough of all that. What word do you bring?
The younger one grows pale, and his eyes open wide. The Magister that greeted you remains stiff, as if enduring a harsh wind.
The Voidwoken come.
Hush, Fader. You may pass, traveller. Dare say you'll be aching to leave before long anyway. But before you do, find Raymond, the White Magister. He'll want to know what you've seen. Be quick, mind. He's set to sail any moment.
He nods his head in the direction of the bridge, but offers no other instructions.
Did you ever think about running off?
Welcome to Driftwood.
Barnby and Sandry.
Hell no. You know what Raymond would do if he caught us?
Yeah. Guess you're right.
Of course I'm right. Stick with me, kid. I won't steer you wrong.
Off you go. I can't be seen raternizing with the likes of you. A sorcerer? Ha! Second rat wizards by my book. That lizard there's a sorcerer, and look at her now, strung up by her hands with a death rattle hanging round her lips. I'll have her eyeball when she's done with it. Won't be long now. Well, I'm a rat, and you're some kind of curious, large-style flesh beast. Never the twain shall mix. Thus spaketh the reddish, large-style flesh beasts. Just look at what happened to that lovely flick-tongued scale slitherer when she spent too much time with a lumbering large-style flesh beast of her own. No thank you.
The rat hisses at you with sibilant malevolence.
Carry on then, stink beast. Don't let little old me distract you from your very important stink business.
The silent monk, like every other, has nothing to say. The silent monk's stitched lips are the color of sea ice.
Did you ever think about running off?
The expected happens. Nothing.
You know what Raymond would do if he caught us?
last time I was here, I summoned my wolf right in the tavern. All hell broke loose. Good times. Good times. I wonder if they'll remember me.
Hope you ain't looking for work in this dying town. Besides, you ain't got the look of a fisher about you, I'll tell you that much.
That's it. The barrels and the chests. On the double.
Hope you ain't looking for work in this dying town. Besides, you ain't got the look of a fisher about you, I'll tell you that much.
Don't let up now. Keep hauling that cargo. That's it. The barrels and the chests. On the double. You too, Julian. Show 'em how it's done, man. Don't let up now. Keep hauling that cargo. That's it. On the double. You too, Julian. Show 'em how it's done,
Raspy
man.
gusts of breath wheeze from the creature's badly mangled mouth as he lifts and drops cargo with automaton-like precision. You'd
That's
swear
it.
the shark
The barrels
was
and
smiling
the
at you.
chests. On the double. Go on, you mute sacks of flesh. Put your backs into it. I'll not lose another day to the tide. The Lord Dread awaits. Its sails billow with Dallas's breath. I'll...
The Magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
I'm going nowhere right at this moment. Nowhere since something crossed my path and oh so very sharply piqued my interest. Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell's clapper as your bones are being broken with cast iron rods? We do cruel things unto others and unto ourselves because we must.
He licks his lips. Dry flesh turns wet.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss.
His sliver of a smile could rival a rattler's.
I'm very good at what I do, see? I don't even need a sauce hound yapping at my side. There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. A current of filth, that is to say, sauce. Best convince me I was mistaken.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelt on you, not the magic that dare not speak its name. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. No doubt a trustee of Dallas is champing at the bit to see some action. Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? A quiet day in a quiet town. One wouldn't think these drifting woods toss on dwarf-troubled waters. But they do. I'm quite capable, but as you can see, I'm also preparing to set sail. And who will deal with them when I'm gone? Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule? A beast of burden? But some defy that role. There are rats among them, dancing to their rat queen's tune. I've need of a rat catcher. Of course, I must depart post-haste, but Julian here will stay behind and be a good little parrot. Ask and he will answer.
Stay behind? But I've my orders, same as you. Dallas.
Like I said, Julian is staying. And with that, I must be off. No hard feelings about the death threats, of course. How about we part shaking hands instead of stringing them up? How very heartwarming. One last thing. The Magisters here are diligent men and women. A stranger like you may run into troubles with them. Should this happen, just wave this piece of parchment in their eager little faces. My signature will placate them without fail, I assure you. Adieu and good luck. The Lord Dread awaits. The use of the gallows I pass on to you. The time has come, my stitched-lit lovelies. We set sail. Get on board and man your stations.
Left behind like a dog. Blah! 7 curses upon that ship.
The Magister is rubbing the dirt off his robes, none the worse for wear, apparently, from the blast of magic that knocked him off his feet.
You, the so-called friend of Dallas. I'd be whining and dining aboard the Lord Dread if it weren't for you. Your meddling in Magister affairs had better be worth it. Yes, I am very much aware. Wasn't my damned head that hit the floor back there. Now answer me. Did you meet with a Magister caravan on your way into town? The hour's growing late and I'm beginning to worry something might have gone wrong. By the Bishop's bones, you saw it! Out with it, man! What happened? Dwarves! Now pox on those bearded devils! Raymond, that old goat, always suspecting there's more to the Driftwood dwarves than meets the eye. Hate to admit it, but I think he may be right. Too many things have gone wrong along Reaper's Coast to attribute to bad luck. Magister ships sinking, weapons disappearing, and as you've seen, a caravan attacked and destroyed. Rumour has it the Dwarvian Queen herself is behind these acts of sabotage. That is what I want you to prove. They've always been snakes in the grass. Cheap labour, sure, and hard workers too. Half of them are their queen's spies. Her eyes, her ears, her poison-pouring hands. You know what Queen Justinia is like, surely. A tyrant and a master strategist to boot. There's a local thug, Lohar. He runs an operation out of his hideout beneath the Black Bull Tavern. I suspect this man of being a spy for his queen.
It may be interesting to have a word with him. Find out what he's up to. Where I really want you to ferret around is Reaper's Bluffs, to the west of Driftwood.
It's wild territory, remote and hostile, where I believe the dwarves may have set up a base of operations away from prying eyes. Should you find any such place, and better yet, proof that Lohar is working in behalf of Queen Justinia, you will be handsomely rewarded, I assure you. In that case, go forth and let the hunt commence!
Well now, how's my favorite god woken?
Ivan smiles and sits.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right.
You're safe among friends. Never forget.
Hello, missus.
The little boy looks at you. He picks his nose.
You be careful. My daddy's a magister.
No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here. We're waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He'll be back soon.
He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy.
Fort Joy?
That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's going to find his mum and bring her back. That's right.
I think he's an idiot. And when he gets back, I'm going to tell him so. Hello, lady.
The little boy beside her looks at you. He picks his nose.
We're waiting for Joe.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
My word, but you do look exhausted. I bet you could use a touch of magic. Have at it. Got yourself situated.
Cold and poison. But wide welcome. God knows what'd stop those beasts.
Cold steel at this then.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yep.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
If and Ben Mes does our living braze. I don't know how you got free, but it'll be back to the joy with you, and no mistake.
One eye squints, the other bulges out even further, as if to compensate.
Oh, it's you, all right. It's definitely you.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped.
Your little tricks won't work on me, Ben Mes.
She considers your offer.
How much?
Keeping it together, Ree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't hurt too much.
You're safe enough.
Stunned, the Magister reaches for her weapon.
Oh, that's it.
They widen until they are practically bulging out of their sockets. One tremulous finger rises from voluminous robes.
If Aunt Ben Mes does our live and breathe. Who could forget? Best night's business the healer had in months. Now, come on. Back into a cage where you belong. Your little tricks won't work on me, Ben Mes.
One eye squints. The other bulges out even further.
Oh, it's you, all right. It's definitely you. Your little tricks won't work on me, Ben Mes.
She considers your offer.
How much?
You're safe enough. Never forget.
So little. You can sit and think about your stinginess at leisure. Oh, that's it.
I hope Joe doesn't smell when he comes back.
I'm someone investigating the disappearance of 4 Magisters. There's a sorcerer stalking these streets, an affront to our order. Several brothers have gone missing. Now tell me, have you seen a man in a grey cloak, grey beard, carrying a satchel, perhaps?
The Magister's eyes narrow and her lip curls as she assesses you.
It's vital that you report anything unusual. We must know. Is that clear? He arrived in Driftwood some days ago, dressed as a tinkerer. He bought and sold a few knickknacks. But we thought nothing of it until our brothers started vanishing. As soon as he knew we were onto him, he ran. We think he's hiding in here, but he's a canny one. Now, be on your way. Who knows where he could strike next?
Water looks a bit cold to me. Joe's gone a bit long now.
The Magister is rubbing the dirt off his...
I'd be whining and dining aboard the Lord Dread if it weren't for the likes of you. You're meddling in Magister affairs, and yes, I am very much aware. Now answer me. Did you meet with a Magister caravan on your way into town? By the Bishop's bones, you saw it. Out with it, woman. What happened? Void woken. That means source was used. Which means some third party must have attacked first. And have a fair idea who that might have been. Raymond, that old goat, always suspected there's more to the Driftwood dwarves than meets the eye. Hate to admit it, but I think he may be right. Too many things have gone wrong along Reaper's Coast to attribute to bad luck. Magister ships sinking, weapons disappearing, and as you've seen, a caravan attacked and destroyed. Rumour has it the Dwarvian Queen herself is behind these acts of sabotage. That is what I want you to prove. There's a local thug, Lohar. He runs an operation out of his hideout beneath the Black Bull Tavern. I suspect this man of being a spy for his queen.
It may be interesting to have a word with him. Find out what he's up to. Where I really want you to ferret around is Reaper's Bluffs, to the west of Driftwood.
It's wild territory, remote and hostile, where I believe the dwarves may have set up a base of operations away from prying eyes. Should you find any such place, and better yet, proof that Lohar is working in behalf of Queen Justinia, you will be handsomely rewarded, I assure you. In that case, go forth and let the hunt come.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs.
You're lucky to stand in a town protected by Magister Raymond's wisdom. Without him, the Voidwoken would have turned this slum into a charnel house. We pray he'd return soon. You're lucky to stand in a town protected by Magister Raymond's wisdom.
More humans! Just what we needed.
Penny for a sick dog?
How you holding up?
A glance at the dog's miserable face tells you it's sick, all right.
What am I, dog's doctor? Dog's sick. Go on, kiss a penny for a sick dog.
Vapid fiction along the large helping of hand.
More humans! Keeping it together, Bree.
As the Magister's eyes alight upon you, they widen until they are practically bulging.
If and Ben Mez does our live and breathe.
One eye squints.
Oh, it's you, all right. It's definitely you. Your little tricks won't work on me, Ben.
She considers your offer.
How much? So little. You can sit and think about your stinginess at leisure in a prison. Oh, that's it. I know. But everyone's on edge here. Voidwalking flock to these parts like crows to carrion.
She remains in place, as rigid as stone.
Is there more? Speak up. Have you anything that will protect against Voidwaken? Traitors will not be tolerated in Drift.
Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination.
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
Our orders are to hold the town, so we hope.
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends.
Mate, but what a scowl. Seems to me you could use a touch of... Have at it. Got yourself situated.
Keeping it together, Bree? I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
So, have you heard any news?
Nothing good. The boys woken her everywhere.
Keeping it together, Bree? I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Yep.
How you holding up?
Talk about it.
To march against the ancient empire! Latest news! Fresh from the war owl! Hear all about it! Many a latest, my friend. The war, the bishop, the queen. What tickles your fancy? Ain't looking too good for them lizards. Word is, the Divine Order's gonna hit the ancient empire and hit it hard. You remember what happened to the elves, don't you? Ain't no one left standing when you treat them to death fog. Seven savers. Stabbed in the back he was by them vile, low-born, treacherous seekers. Kill them all, I say. Do them like Magister Raymond did old Lady Seaver. That'll teach them traitors. I mean, they doomed us all, didn't they? The son of the Divine is dead. Gone. Who'll save us now? Jolly Justinia, Queen of the Dwarves. Ah, scourge more like. Here's 20 or so noble gentlemen. No one knows what they did wrong, if anything, and she has them stripped and whipped all the way to the execution grounds. Didn't even give them the dignity of the sword. No, ma'am. Had them all hung. Real slow-like. You ask me, and I say she's mad as a mink with its tail on fire. Queen or no queen.
Wars are brewing, my friend, and I'll stand by your side. But prices will go up, even for one of our own. Buy now and buy often.
Keeping it together, Bree?
Bishop Alexander was slain.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. Alexander was slain by seekers. Culprits still at large.
together, please.
I'm all right as long
You're safe among friends.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
Buying or selling? Capital. Good luck to you.
Divine order to march against the ancient empire!
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Fire, cold and poison. Wide walking. God knows what'd stop those beasts.
Cold steel it.
Good day to you.
Glad to see you well. Anything more?
Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination!
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar. They don't come visit me, ton. Who will?
Divine order to march against the ancient empire!
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by Satans! Culprits still at large!
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Fine, you're here to protect us. Don't come over.
Yes, yes.
They don't come visit me, ton. Who will?
Executes 24 for insubordination!
How you holding up?
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
Kind that don't fancy starving along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, Wolf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. Not like you're flying anything.
Bishop Alexander was slain!
They don't come visit me, ton. Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Queen Justinia executes
There's not a call for the junk you sell, then.
Junk? Why, I offer nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients and...
Vapid fiction, along with a large helping of ham.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. While you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit you, Tun, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
How you holding up?
Until later, then.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Have you anything that will protect against void waking?
I can turn aside fire, cold and poison. But void woken? God knows what'd stop those beasts.
Cold steel it is, then.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Divine order to march against the ancient empire!
How you holding up? Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat under the
Have you anything that will protect against void wiping? You're lucky to stand in a town.
The carved figure is a resplendent sight in this ramshackle village. Your touch.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it. You're safe among friends. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs.
Oh, we dwarves had a kingdom, and we will have it back. I won't always be sweeping, I'll be riding horseback. We dwarves had a kingdom, and a proud knight was I. I won't always be sweeping, for my kingdom I'll die. Heavens to Bessie, another one. More queer folk than commoners in Driftwood these days. Plain as day. Don't take orc eyes to see you're as queer as a pear-shaped apple. Just look at you, tame owl, eyes of a wolf. You don't come from no farm, I can tell you that. Anyway, tavern's just down the road. Can't miss it. Cause that's where all the queer ones go. Clanking dwarves, dozy lizards. I even saw him drag a void woken down there in the dead of night. Don't know what's going on in that tavern, but it must be a freak show in there.
Maybe I'm glad I ain't pulling carts of stinking fish round no more. But what's a beast to do if not pull? Here's hoping. I've heard many a bull that's been sold off after the work's dried up. I doubt they were happy.
Penny for a sick dog? A glance at the dog's miserable face tells you it's sick, all right.
All right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe.
What are my dogs, Doctor? Dog's sick. Go on, give us a penny for a sick dog.
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Nothing good. Void woken are everywhere.
Then get out of the way, cheapskate. Penny for a sick dog, people. Go on there. Penny for a sick dog.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
The dog lies there quietly, clearly in great pain.
What are you looking at? I'm sick here. Get lost. Got a pain in the neck. Got a bad pain in the neck.
It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds within its throat. Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin. The dog bares its teeth at you and growls. The dog gives you a long, hard stare, but does not bite you. yet. The dog goes to bite your hand, and then realizes the pain is gone.
Hey, I feel okay. Thanks, man. Think I'll wander off now. Here, before I go, what can I do to show my gratitude? Master did.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat.
Huh? Wait a minute. Master hurted me? Excuse me a minute. I'm gonna go now, but first I have a thing I need to do.
He turns to his master.
God knows what stop those beasts.
You bad man, you!
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away. God damn it! How was my livelihood? Penny for a grieving beggar? I reckon I'm owed it here. You wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, yes, you would do that, wouldn't you? I couldn't prevail upon you to change your mind, could I?
You're here to protect us.
Keeping it together, Ree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
He gives you a cool look, then rummages in his pocket. He counts the money out and hands it over.
That's your lot. Go on then, get lost, you freeloader. I'm working here.
Well, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit you, ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog...
Well met, friend. Interested in Driftwood's finest catch?
You look down at the cart and see fish with flaking scales, tumours and, in one case, 3 heads.
It's free to look. Just don't touch nothing unless you're going to make my purse jingle. Fair travels, friend.
Keeping it together, Ree.
Once this was a fishmonger's or a tackle shop.
Our orders are to hold the town, so we hold the...
I don't come visit you, ton, who will?
Protect against Broadway.
Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by singers! Culprits to the large!
Cold steel it is.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Queen Justinia!
It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, Wolf, and you let that bit in sawdust from a cell floor.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
Divine order to march against
You're
the
safe
ancient
among friends. Never forget it. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Nothing good. The void woken are everywhere. Thank the divine you're here to protect us.
Alexander was slain by
Yes, of course.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Don't come over. While you're buying anything.
I don't come visit you, son. Who will?
Hear ye! Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination!
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Divine order to march against the ancient empire!
Wars are brewing, my friend, and I'll stand by your side. But prices will go up, even for one of our own. Buy now and buy often.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Alexander was slain by singers! Culprits, latest news! Fresh from the...
Hackles raised, the dog barks at the sand built up beneath the building. It turns towards you, like it's trying to tell you something. Hackles raised, the dog barks at the sand built up beneath the building.
There's something not right, and that's wrong. It's under the house thing there, and it's bad. I can smell it. You be careful now. What's under there smells real bad. It smells evil.
I wish I could swim. Hello, missus.
The little boy looks at you.
You be careful. No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here. Bye-bye, lady. Bye-bye, Mr. Lady.
Sorcerer! Dallas, get her!
You're dead, Alexander. Alexander, you're dead. You have to stay dead until we say you're not dead anymore.
What's even the point?
Here, missus! Alexander doesn't have to stay dead, does he?
I'm approaching this the wrong way.
See? Told ya. Take that, sorcerer. Come on, Dallas, help me put a collar on her.
Turtle Johnny puts an invisible sauce collar on Mary Lane.
Take that, sorcerer! No more saucy sorcery for you! Alexander and Dallas save the world again! I hate this game.
I'm approaching this the wrong way.
The little girl giggles and runs back to join her friends, eager to play once more. For a moment, you watch the children play. Then you leave them to it.
I don't care if we tear this place apart plank by plank. We will find him.
You can't just charge in here and ransack my business.
There's a murder on the loose, and you're thinking about your business.
I have rights. You've no authority to storm in here like this.
We have the authority of 4 missing magisters. And if we suspect you're hiding their killer, we'll throw you to the damned Voidwoken.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
The stink of beer almost covers up the stink of fish. You! Have you seen anyone leaving this place? Grey cloak, grey beard, a satchel of books under one arm. You can't have missed him. Lucian's teeth. Where is that runt hiding? If you see anything suspicious, anything at all, report it immediately. Do you understand? He's a sorcerer dressed as a tinkerer. Our brothers started vanishing as soon as the tramp arrived in town. He fled into this stinking shed, but we'll find him again. We'll have our justice.
The Magister's eyes flick to a nearby pile of fish, and he moves off to investigate.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
You see a man, well-fed and wealthy, but stress has lined his face and narrowed his waist. He tries to ignore your presence, fails. He sighs.
See here. I'm very busy. The factory is crawling with magisters, and our shipments to Arx are held up. Time is money. Don't waste my money. What do you want? Fish. This is a fish factory. I'm shipping fish to Arx. Now, please, there's the door. I suggest you use it. That's privileged information. I have a trade to protect. An excellent point. Well made. The answer to your question is, unsurprisingly, a man in a house. A man in a house buys all the void-tainted fish I can send him.
That dark shadow crosses his face once more. He shivers.
Not that I've ever met the man. Not sure I want to, if I'm honest. Absolutely not. I don't give away sensitive information like that to anyone who just asks for it. And I don't keep it lying around, neither. That really is enough now. I'm asking you to leave. Good day. See so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work. You tell the Magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work. If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
If I ever go to Arx, I'm staying away from this black house.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
What? You be needing something from me, lass? Ain't much inclined to rub elbows with humans, if you catch me drift. Ain't no one been standing together since Lucian died. Ain't been no goodwill among your kind, or mine, or anyone else's since the Reds have been in charge. Glad to hear you say it. The day will come we'll overthrow 'em, you mark my words. Until then, I'll practice the art of gutting unspoiled fish. I had friends. Good friends. Not even dwarves, some of them. Reds put him on a ship, sailed him to Fort Joy. Ever heard of that place? Fort Joy? They send you there means you ain't never coming back. Pish posh. And who'll bail them out? Seekers? Them's even worse news, I reckon. Witches and warlocks, they say. No. Them friends of mine are dead or silenced. All on account of the Reds. All on account of Dallas, damn her hearts. Fugitive? I don't think that's something I should be discussing with strangers. Because I don't intend to end up with me lips stitched together, that's why. No, I shan't be baited. I ain't saying nothing on the topic no more. I said no, and I meant it. Now, kindly leave me be. The fish is to clean, and God's damn filthy they are too.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
What can I do for you, lass? Like I said, they're either dead or...
Hugh, tell me, have you seen a man acting suspiciously near here? Grey cloak, grey beard, satchel slung over his shoulder? Watch your tongue. I'm after a wanted man, a tinkerer, but I could still find time to haul you into a cell. You can walk away from me, but if you see anything strange, report it immediately, or the next magister to go will be on your head.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
Tubs. He must be somewhere else.
Still no sign. I'll flush the rat out wherever he's hiding. He won't get another one of my brothers. So, report. Did you... Lucian's teeth. If you see anything suspicious, anything at all, report it immediately. He's a sorcerer dressed as a tinkerer. Our brothers started vanishing as soon as the tramp arrived in town. He fled into this stinking shed, but we'll find him again. We'll have our justice.
The Magister's eyes flick to a nearby pile of fish, and he moves off to investigate. The dwarf peers at an expertly dissected fish, gently poking its innards with his knife.
Fascinating. Most fascinating. Oh, my... I mean, no, what do you want? What's it to you? Express your interest somewhere else. I'm busy.
The dwarf peers at an expert...
Fascinating. Oh, my... I mean, no, what do you want? What's it to you?
The dwarf grimaces and points the tip of his knife at his handiwork.
Whatever's wrong with these fish is causing a lot of hardship for a lot of folk. I want to figure out what's happening to them. See if there's anything that can be done. Yes, as it happens. I need to see the effects of eating these fish firsthand, if you understand me.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
Do as I ask, and you'll be amply rewarded, I guarantee you. Wonderful. Now, there's 3 samples that I wish to learn more about. Care to choose?
The fish instantly churns your insides. You double over in pain. A sudden vivid sensation of floating in darkness assails you. There's something in there with you. Something. Hungry and corrupt. You can't breathe. You can't... The dwarf suddenly drifts back into view, peering at you with fascination.
How do you feel?
A stream of black bile suddenly erupts from your mouth and across the dwarf's boots. He doesn't even look displeased.
Well, I'm sure any discomfort will pass shortly. Besides, I've learned a great deal from observing you. I'm in your debt, stranger. Ah, yes, of course, but this mightn't be quite what you were expecting, but, well... The fish you ate is known as yellow ridgeback. Quite a cunning breed, often used in concoctions to increase alertness. But this one, touched by the void itself. Who is to say how such a creature might alter an alertness mixture? Seek out somewhere that peddles alertness herb mixes. Adding these unique ridgebacks might make quite the impact. So, now my work must continue, as soon as I've got in my quota of fish, of course. Farewell, stranger.
The stink of beer almost covers up the stink of fish.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
The dwarf peers at an expertly dissected fish, gently...
Fascinating. Oh, my... no. What do you want? What's it to you?
The dwarf grimaces.
Whatever's wrong with these fish is causing a lot of hardship for a lot of folk. I want to figure out what's happening to them. See if there's... Yes, as it happens. I need to see the effects of eating these fish, firsthand, if you understand me. Do as I ask, and you'll be amply rewarded, I guarantee. Wonderful. Now...
The fish instantly churns your insides. A sudden vivid sensation of floating in darkness assails you. There's something in there with you. Something. Hungry and corrupt. You can't breathe. You can't breathe. The dwarf suddenly drifts back into view, peering at you with fascination.
How do you feel?
A stream of black bile suddenly erupts from your mouth and across the dwarf's boots. He doesn't even look displeased.
Well, I'm sure any discomfort will pass shortly. Besides, I've learned a great deal from observing you. I'm in your debt, stranger.
Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
I never said it was without risk, stranger. You seem to have survived the effects of the fish, and I have learned a great deal. The fish is indeed malignant. Humans are affected by it in the same manner as other species. Ah, yes, of course, but this mightn't be quite what you were expecting, but, well, the fish you ate is known as crimson bream, quite a fast, vicious breed. It's often used in the creation of ferocity mixtures. But those use regular specimens, not this kind. Who is to say what might happen if you brewed a ferocity mixture with a crimson bream that's been touched by the void itself? The effects could be quite potent. Seek out somewhere that peddles ferocity herb mixes, but make an addition. One of these, unique breams. So, now my work must continue, as soon as I've got in my quota of fish, of course. Farewell, stranger.
So much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
The dwarf peers at an expertly dissected...
Fascinating. Oh, my... I mean, no, what do you want?
With a small grin, the dwarf glances between you and his handiwork and shrugs.
Indeed I am. They can close our schools, but they can't take away what I've been taught. Besides, there's still so much to learn. Plenty. These tainted fish are causing a lot of hardship. If I can understand what's happening to them, perhaps there'll be a way to reverse the effects. Yes, as it happens. I need to see the effects of eating these fish, firsthand, if you understand me. Well, on your way then. I need to... You again? Had second thoughts about my little offer? Do as I ask, and you'll be amply rewarded, I guarantee you. This brown fish is the last sample that I wish to study for now. If you care to do the honours?
The fish instantly churns your insides. Everything turns black. A sudden vivid sensation of floating in darkness assails you. There's something in there with you. Something. Hungry and corrupt. You can't breathe. You can't breathe. The dwarf suddenly drifts back into view, peering at you with fascination.
How do you feel?
A stream of black bile suddenly erupts from your mouth and across the dwarf's boots. He doesn't even look displeased.
I see. Well, I'm sure it was nothing but a side effect of the fish. Speaking of which, I've learned a great deal from observing you. I owe you a great debt. Ah, yes, of course, but this mightn't be quite what you were expecting, but, well...
You tell the magisters.
The fish you ate is known as the umber monkfish, a remarkably intelligent breed. In fact, its flesh is often used to create intelligence mixtures. Now this monkfish, one that's been touched by the void itself, who's to say how its flesh could augment an intelligence brew? It could prove to be most valuable. Find somewhere that offers intelligence brews, then add this monkfish sample. The effects could be most interesting. So, now my work must continue, as soon as I've got in my quota of fish, of course. Farewell, stranger.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
Bugger off, I'm busy.
If any of you
Chris is
see
still
so
the
much as a
favourite.
rat's hair out of place,
If I
you
bet
tell the
against him, I
magisters.
could win big. Or
Then we can
lose
get
it
them
all.
out, and you can get back to work.
The dog sniffs the wooden decking, like there's something wrong.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong, and it's not right. I don't know, but there's something wrong, and it's underneath the floor. Be careful down there, mister. You're not smelling what I'm smelling.
The dwarf reaches into a barrel and pulls out a fish. His knife glides through the scales, crimson guts spilling out in its wake. The innards fall to the floor, landing in a pool of dark bile. You'd expect fish to smell, but these reek.
Aye. Your knife needs to be quick and true for these. It's easy to cut off the extra fins, but dancing your blade around the tumors can be tricky. Lord only knows how the boss managed to find a buyer for this muck. But they're heading to Arks, and there's some steady gold heading this way, too.
Your clap on the back knocks his knife askew, cutting a jagged line through the best of the flesh. He looks at you with disgust as he tosses the fish aside.
Lucky ain't the word I'd use, nor's patient. So go and loom somewhere else.
The dwarf turns back to his work, slicing and disemboweling fish after fish as the blood and black bile mix and swirl around his boots. Looking at the barrel, you see that someone has scrawled Black House on it in paint. You cast your eyes around to see that every barrel headed to Arks has the same inscription.
Here, leave them barrels alone. I told you to take a hike, so scram!
I'll find him.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magister. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
Time. Keep out my hair, Lanky.
If you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magisters.
Still the favourite.
Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
No rest until the killer is found.
An elf in tattered red robes shifts through pages of handwritten notes spread across the table.
So many suspects, so many potential culprits. I need to narrow down the list. Think, you damn elf, think.
A floorboard creaks beneath your foot. The elf leaps around abruptly.
What? Why do you sneak up on me? Don't you know how dangerous that is, the way things are? Haven't you heard? My own Magister comrades are vanishing from right here in Driftwood. Whoever's behind it must be stopped. If you hear anything, come to me. I was removed from their ranks due to my elven blood. I'll continue to serve, though. I won't stand to see my comrades taken by some vile traitor. Three Magisters vanished so far, all within Driftwood. My comrades believe some tinkerer named Higba is behind it all, but they're wrong. I'm certain of it. He might be a greedy little junk peddler and a sorcerer to boot, but hardly capable of seizing Magisters. That's what I'm intent on finding out. This tavern is full of scum and degenerates. The true culprit could easily conceal themselves amongst them. I have to keep investigating, keep the pressure up. The culprit will make a mistake eventually. If you see anything suspicious, let me know. Civic pride, perhaps? The respect of those who safeguard your people? You don't know how lucky you are to be born a human. What? I serve with utter loyalty now and forever. Now get away from me and don't come back unless you have information I can use. I'm approaching this the wrong way. I must be. I'm approaching this the wrong way. I must be.
I got a right to live, don't I?
A valiant warrior against the void. Taken too early.
He fixes you with a stare, looks you up and down, weighs you up, the cut of your cloth, the weight of your bag. A moment passes.
Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine?
I'm telling you, if they got nothing to hide,
we wander and wonder, seeking signs from the gods.
Then a smile creases his face, a smile carefully constructed to look friendly and authentic, a smile that doesn't reach his eyes.
Greetings, stranger. Looking to ease the pain of a decaying world? You're in the right place. Beers are ordered at the bar, but can I interest you in a nourishing bowl of stew? A bold choice, on the face of it. Unless you're looking for something a little more tantalizing than a meaty stew and a mildly alcoholic brew.
He raises an eyebrow and gives you a sly look.
Most divine! We wait, we wander and wonder, seeking signs from the gods. May the seven usher us to paradise against all the odds.
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
For Alexander the Innocent, killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident. A valiant warrior against the void.
I'm sorry, I mistook you for a different kind of person. My mistake. I shall return to serving me other customers, and I wish you a good, if boring, appetite. I'm sorry, it's not about the money. Really, you insult me now.
A smile spreads across his face. He holds out his hand.
Now we're speaking the same language. So, let me ask you this. Across the world, who is renowned above all others for their exquisite love-making abilities? Perhaps one day I'll get desperate enough to disabuse you of that notion. My friend, the very best lovers are, whisper it, lizards. And for a barely significant sum of gold, I can introduce you to the greatest lizard lover the world has ever seen. The price, I'm afraid, is not negotiable. And believe me, this really is one exceptional kin lover. You sure you wouldn't care to change your mind?
The money vanishes into his apron.
Now, let me ask you this. What flavour of stew do you prefer? Do you like the strong and meaty variety? Or do you prefer it delicate and fragrant, if you get my meaning? Upstairs, on the second floor. Her name is Zara. Pleasure is her business. Enjoy the experience of a lifetime.
He gives you a mischievous grin, then dips his head in salute and turns away.
We wander and wonder, seeking signs from the gods. May the seven usher us to paradise again. Weep, my friends, for Alexander the Innocent. Killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard.
Is that
That would be my style.
Who rings the bell?
perfectly guarded day and night?
You got that right.
Of course.
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
Curiosity kills the cat, or
You're
gets
right
it sent
about
to
that.
Fort Joy.
Right as rain, Hilda.
Warning and the tide is on the turn.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
The town is poor, but this room is rich.
A weathered woman in a dirty sea captain's tunic babbles breathlessly to herself, and somewhere nearby, you hear a bell ring.
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. And I without my compass. The ship is in the locker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows, and all are drowned but me. And yet, can you hear? The bell rings on. The bell haunts me yet, and it would drive me mad. I'm haunted by my crew. They ring the bell to drive me mad. Please, make it stop.
She buries her head in her hands and cries.
Make it stop.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
You got that right, Hilda.
You're willing to risk
You got
Fort
that
Joy
right.
for one night with a lizard?
And I'm saying,
Then you're an idiot.
I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilda.
Who shall rise?
Who would do this?
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
Bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
You're right about that. Right as rain.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot. Curiosity kills the cat, or get...
The bell rings a warning and the
Spooky? Pull yourself together, man. Or should I check the cupboards for ogres?
Curiosity kills the cat.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying
you're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard?
And you can't be
Then you're an idiot.
A lizard, tall and beautiful, turns towards you. She fixes you with a sultry look, and when she speaks, it's like listening to honeyed smoke.
Oh, I'm sorry, madam. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just the demure yet sexy maid. I was in here clearing up and I saw these clothes. I couldn't resist. Please don't punish me. I'm so sorry, madam. I shall remove these clothes immediately. But mistress, these clasps and straps, they're so difficult for my delicate, sensitive, playful fingers. Would you...
She bats her eyelashes as she turns her back to you.
mind helping me?
She holds the robe to her, turns to face you. A mischievous smile plays across her lips. Then she lets the robe fall to the floor. Her mouth opens to form a perfect O of mock horror. Then she grins.
Take me.
She smiles, takes you by one manicured hand. With the other, she strokes your cheek, traces a line down your neck to your collarbone and your clothes. Slowly, she undresses you, then takes you to bed. Your world explodes in bliss.
Good morning, lovebirds.
Good morning, Gil. Hey, this is my lover. Lover, this is my friend Gil.
Shut it, you!
I'm sorry, darling. It's a setup. You paid for a trip to paradise. Now you're paying for the return journey.
To wit, we're taking all your stuff. If you want it back, you can take it up with Lohar. Reckon that's for you to figure out.
She gives you a pity pout.
I'm sorry, darling, but business is business.
And time is money. So if we're all clear on what's happening here, we'll be leaving with your stuff. We thank you for your cooperation. Be seeing you next time, Z.
Then you're an idiot. Bye, Gil. Oh, look at you, lover. You're like a baby deer who's lost its mum. Are you going to be predictable now and try to kill me? Darling, Gil works for Lohar. Everyone works for Lohar. Your stuff's Lohar's stuff now. Forget it. Think of it as an opportunity to get yourself new stuff.
She smiles.
It was worth it, wasn't it? Now, baby, it's time for you to leave.
She thinks for a moment.
Do I want to go again? Do you know, lover, I do want to go again. Come here.
You fall into each other's arms once more. The world explodes in ecstasy.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust
The bell
me.
rings a warning.
Curiosity killed the cat.
She babbles breathlessly on. Barely...
The bell rings a warning and the time.
If I can get Alexander, then get any
You're
of
willing
us.
to risk... Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort
The
George.
tide is on the turn.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. Then you're an idiot.
You've got to pick who
She
you can
babbles
trust.
breathlessly on, barely aware you're there. And nearby sounds a ringing bell.
The bell rings a warning and the tide.
You can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know. If they can get Alexander...
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
Right about that. Right as rain, you come.
You're willing to risk...
He gives you his mischievous grin.
I did promise you the experience of a lifetime. That's not how it works, my friend. You had the time of your life and then you got robbed. Deal with it.
He gives you a look, searching to see if you mean it. Seems to decide that you do.
They have me over a barrel. They do. I don't have a choice. It's hard enough to earn a crust around here, and me and the young'un, we've been starving.
He contrives to look even more pitiful. But then a grin breaks across his face.
Oh, hell, I can't keep a straight face. You're right, there's no young'un. It's an easy way to make a little extra money. But no harm done, eh? Admit it, you had a good time. Lift a finger towards me, and this whole room will rise to my defense.
He looks about him, gulps.
All right, all right. Your gear is downstairs. Talk to Lohar. For the love of gods, don't mention my name. Thank you. Thank you for your mercy. Now, I'll get back to work, if you don't mind. I'll keep my head down and my nose clean.
He dips his head in acknowledgement and thanks.
Hold it. Papa no, you no go.
He grins, unpleasantly.
Lohar didn't tell me to let any pretty lady in, so why should I? You can't buy my friendship, but you can buy 10 seconds of me eyeballs examining the ground for, well, let's say, a small fortune. You look like you'd be good for it.
He pockets the coin and gazes dramatically at the ground mere inches from your feet.
You want an engraved invitation every time? You know the way in.
spotted something.
Look at that. A fresh face. And a pretty little kisser it is, too. Welcome be, Governor. Take a load off and enjoy Effie's blunder down under. Good to meet you, Governor. What's your poison, then? A sip or a smoke? Take all the time you need. Pleasure doing business with you, Governor.
Are you? No, you aren't.
Ifan approaches you, a drink in his hand and a wide smile on his face. He clearly feels at home in this grimy place.
Want a drink?
He grins and hands you a drink, full of good cheer.
It's really been some adventure so far, eh?
Ifan's eyebrows raise, and his cheeks color beneath his beard.
I'd say the same about you. I'm never lonely when you're around.
Ifan smiles, shyly. It's not a familiar expression on his rugged face. He inches closer to you, so close that you can feel the heat of his body warming you. You can smell his scent, wild and animalistic.
Closer.
He reaches out one scarred hand to touch your face, gentle as can be. Trembling, he smiles. Closing his eyes, he moves to kiss you too. Noise erupts in the under-tavern around you as patrons jeer and clap your affectionate moment. Ifan meets your eyes and laughs softly, pulling you into a bear hug.
Let's try this again sometime. When there's not quite so much company.
He squeezes your hand and winks, only moving away when he sees your answering smile.
Hail. What a pretty young thing you are. Call me Dorothea.
She draws close. You feel her breath on your neck, hot, moist.
Oh, yes. I have something that you want. But I only bargain with those I deem deserving. Those who have accomplished great things. So, tell me, are you worthy of my gift? Indeed. This is acceptable. You are nearer the one than most self-described heroes I've known. So, tell me, are you ready for me to grant you your greatest desire? Oh, make no mistake. Your body would be to my taste. But I am interested in probing deeper. You have a need. To expose it, look into my ring and tell me what you see there. Gaze into the gem, my lovely girl.
She flashes her ring at you, and you stare at the luminescent stone at its center. You are floating on a current of pure source, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of colors and fuzzy images. On the horizon looms a dark silhouette. As you approach, a beam of light washes the shadow away, revealing to you
Yes. I see you clearly now. It is knowledge you crave. You want scholars to bow in your presence, begging for truth in an age of lies. I will fulfill this desire. In return, I ask for one thing in return. A kiss.
Dorothea sighs, a fusion of a kitten's purr and a cockroach's clacking.
For me to help you, our souls must touch. And a kiss brings our souls closer, does it not? It shall fulfill both your desire and mine. Most delicious. Meet me around the corner, and come alone. An audience is not required.
The tigers fly, the leopards lie, and you, oh! But I know you, don't I? I have seen you in the night, the woman with a demon's heart. Just a dream, of course, just a dream.
Her lips pout, but otherwise her face is steel.
I waited, yet you never appeared. I hope you have not changed your mind. As you wish. I will
Her lips pout, but otherwise her face is steel.
I waited, yet you never appeared. I hope you have not changed your mind. I am most keen to satisfy you. As you wish. I will await you. Come alone.
Dorothea sees you and heaves a shuddering sigh. She bites into her lower lip with enough force that a drop of blood seeps out. Blood and something else. Something green.
Darling, I admit I wish we could share more carnal pleasures. Yet I think a kiss is the height of intimacy. Now come closer and receive your soul's desire.
You draw closer and close your eyes, eager to feel her lips on yours. Yet her lips do not press against yours, and her hands do not caress your face. She is a woman no longer, but a were-spider. Her fang painlessly sinks into your neck. You still hear her words, though they sound muffled, as if filtered through a glass wall.
The knowledge you needed is now yours. My venom penetrates your mind and lifts your senses. We part ways now. I'll remember this moment. Hail, darling.
She draws close. You feel her breath.
Oh, yes. I have something that you want. Are you worthy of my gift? Love. I must consider your merits before I answer your questions. Why, I wouldn't tease you with a gift I could never offer. If you swam your way here, I might consider that a notable triumph. But honey, I know you didn't swim. You'll have to give me something more impressive than that. Surely you've accomplished something of... Indeed? This is acceptable. Are you ready for me to grant you your greatest desire? I can't. Not yet. First, you must look into... until later.
Good to meet you, Governor. What's your poison then? A sip or a smoke? Aye, so it is. But not just any Drudnay. Oh no. My own special blends. Further down's the arena, see? And the gladiators are always on the lookout for an edge. I give them that edge. You could say that my darling herbs flower in the flesh and blossom in the brain. So, if you're interested, Governor, all you have to do is use your imagination. How can I make you bloom? No problem. In return for a reasonable donation, that is.
Effie digs all kinds of outlandish herbs from out of the depths of many pockets and mixes them with the patience and skill of an alchemist.
Much obliged, Governor. And here's your blend. Just take it to that big beauty of a pipe over there and have a blast. Right, good to see you again, Governor. Just say the word, Governor. What are you after?
Watch him fight. Watch him. See that? Right in the kisser. Doesn't.
Boss is busy. Lola, you've been living under a boulder. Good. Boss could use some good news. Listen up. Don't waste his time. These are explosive times. Be respectful.
Not no more, she ain't.
Come, Marla. You're one of us, ain't you? Tell us what happened.
Maybe I ought to take a finger or two. Don't you think, boss?
That ought to get her talking. Is that what you want, Marla?
Talk, you traitor.
I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla. Like you was my own. This?
He lifts his right arm, showing a white bandage beneath his ribs. A wet red spot shows through.
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams his fist on the side table. You hear a loud crack.
Enough! Do you know they killed Anna? Do ya? Start talking sense or I'll take that tongue right out of your mouth and fry it for supper. Bart, Cade, get her to talk or bleed her out. She ain't one of mine anymore.
His sneer travels from the restrained dwarf to you.
And you. You better have a damn good reason for coming here. Brave lass, waltzing in here now.